Hey guys, what's up? Just moved over into the kitchen of my place here for reassembling the head. I just kind of went in here. I got a little bit more light because the garage is not the greatest for light. And also, if I drop the retainer piece on the floor, it's a lot easier to find in my kitchen than it is in the garage floor. But, so here's the head. I already got a few of the valve springs in. And I got one of my seals in right there. I just got to do all the rest of them. I also got the little bottom seats for the springs. But yeah, so I got my valves there. Just slowly putting everything back together. I'm going to hopefully get this head all finished and put back together in the next couple hours here. But and then tomorrow I'll be running out to go pick up my ARP head bolts, or well, the nuts for my studs. I think I actually got one of the studs over here. Oh, no, I moved it. But yeah, so in this video we're going to be getting the Accord running again. And bam, just like that. All the valves are all in. All the intakes, all the exhaust, new valve seals. They actually screwed up with one of mine. So you can see, if my camera will focus, how those two are different sizes. Yeah, this was in my kit, but luckily I had extra intake ones for when I did the Preludes head. I had the motor blow up on that, but I used a different head for the block. I got the block from someone else, got the head from someone else, and I did a small port job on that head, but I also put all new seals on it. And yeah, so I got all those guys in. Now I'm going to go back out to the garage and go and grab my rocker rails and the rockers and everything and start putting all my rockers in. And the head's basically ready to go back in the car. And well, bam, after making a huge freaking mess everywhere, all the rockers and everything are all back in. They all nice and good. I got all my VTEC LMAs in there, the LMA springs. And so basically what's next is to get this thing into the or onto the Accord. So I gotta wait for tomorrow there. Gotta go pick up the bolts, or well, nuts, and then we'll get to bolting this puppy down to the Accord.
Performance fucking air filter.
That's a really nice air filter.
Actually, I got two. I always get two of them.
Not fucking around.
It's not, man. It's actually an AM dry flow. I'm not even
2 horsepower. I'm saying 7.
Maybe 7
at least.
Now there's a lot of sand in the box. Now that helps with velocity.
That's actually that's the they call that the cylinder hone, the live action cylinder.
But the sand
hone.
is in the correct side, the unfiltered side.
And it's the right grain?
It's the right grain. It's 40 mesh.
I'm going to give it a solid 3.5 horsepower gain.
Definitely 3.5 horsepower gain. The box is on. Yes.
One bad motherfucker.
One bad motherfucker.
Power pole in the Elantra.
There's real power. The 1.8 liter.
So much power.
Real performance.
6.5 hours later.
$112 horsepower. 112 and 8 foot-pound, or 108 foot-pounds of torque.
112?
Yeah.
Power! So we're back at the house right now, and I'll kind of go through what we did at Joe's shop.
The Hyundai, we were actually breaking in the engine. Well, I was watching, but yeah, they're breaking in the engine. It has a new motor in it. Apparently the last one blew up. Surprise, not. But, and then we just decided for shits and giggles to throw the Civic on there and see what it would make on regular gas. Because last time I went up for that other video, I'll put a link to that somewhere here, but we had 94 in it, so we wanted to see what it would do on regular gas, and we were actually quite surprised. It made 20 less horsepower, 20 less at the wheels with the difference in gas. But so right now I got the ARP studs in the block, and I got the new head gasket on, and so I'm just about to literally lift this monster onto there and mate them together for good. You can see how much cleaner the block or the head is compared to the block. But yeah, so there's the stuff that I had to pick up at Joe's shop yesterday. But yeah, so I'm gonna get to mounting this guy on.
I've been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find the peace in me. I wanna be I wanna find myself, but again, it's always a phase. I wanted to stay, no you don't understand. I've been losing myself, I've been losing myself.
I just started getting more of the head on. As you've seen, I got the head bolted down, got my intake all bolted together again. I just put my timing belt on as well, which was a pain in the ass because all these H-series are a pain in the ass. And I was just painting my manifold up over there. But yeah, so I'm just going to basically get to it and continue putting the rest of the motor together. I'm going to get the rest of the timing belt or timing cover put back on so then I can put the valve cover back on after I do a valve lash. But I also want to get the header together as soon as possible here, basically right after my timing, so I can because I just use a gasket maker for the header due to this is a Megan header and I do not have a gasket for it. The gasket that was with it is totally destroyed, but yeah, I'm going to resurface that because as you can see it was leaking a lot last time, so I'll resurface that part there, and then I'll resurface the actual manifold there to hopefully prevent it from leaking anymore. But yeah, so I'm just basically going to get to it and kind of just update you guys, but I'm hoping to get it running today. I do need to go and get some oil, but I do have filters for it. But yeah, I'm so close to getting it running. It looks like there's a lot that needs to be done, but really it's just plug and bolt shit back together and fill fluids. So not too much more, but yeah, hopefully I can get it running. Here we go, guys. So I got it basically all put together. I just have to put the intake back together, but it'll be fine to start right now. So I'm just putting a quick charge. The battery was it was in the house basically, and so it didn't really die at all, but just putting a little extra crank, so I'll be doing a lot of cranking on it. And I'm just going to kind of run through what I'm going to be doing right now. So I'm currently just finishing up draining the oil, but what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be pulling the fuel fuse out, so I won't have any fuel, and I'm going to do a couple introverts of like cranking it for a couple seconds, letting it sit for a little, doing another couple cranks, and so on and so forth, just to get oil back up to the top of the block, even though I did do it properly. I put all the assembly lube and stuff like that, but it's always good to not even run it dry at all. So may as well get oil starting to come up into the galleries, into the top part of the motor. So yeah, so I'm just almost done draining it, and then I'm going to put some quicker state in. It's not the oil I'll be staying with, but for running this thing, but it'll do for now for cleaning out the motor in case anything has gotten inside of the oil. So that's all I'm doing. I'm going to do just going to warm it up and let it cool down, do a heat cycle on it. So, but yeah, I'll throw the camera up on the side over there for you guys to watch the whole thing, and watch it start for the first time in a couple months here. So I had to run out for a little bit, but now it's dark. Go figure. But I just got the oil into the motor here, and now we're ready to get this thing running. So I'm going to throw the camera up on the side there, and I'll go through my little stage for getting all the oil up back to the top of the engine there, and all in the channels. So, and I'll throw the camera to the side so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I think I figured out where the vacuum leak was. I totally forgot about that little guy right there, so I just got this overly long hose and a bolt in it, so just temporary. Now I'll give it to you guys live, see if that fixed it. That's still idling fine. Okay guys, so it's another day here, and I got to diagnosing the cord here, and so here's the plate that Matt cut, and so he didn't try to cut there, but he got them backwards because only one actually does something. So it's the middle one and one side, and this happens to be the side, so as you can see he totally cut through it. Here is it before, so has that little triangle there. It literally does buttfuck nothing besides block off for in passage that's under the intake right on this side. There's literally nothing over there, one in the middle and one on the side. So it was just bucket of luck that he cut the wrong one. So we'll just have to redo this plate here, and then it'll be fine. But I got that one, and I got another one sitting over there somewhere. So for now I'm just going to throw this one into the car to get it running properly. But yeah, so that seems to be the vacuum leak. It's just taking straight open air from the inside of the intake and totally bypassing the idle air control valve, causing it to have an internal leak. So yeah, I'm gonna throw this in, and then we'll give it another test start. Okay, here we go guys. I got it all back together. I have a stock plate in it and another gasket. See, there's the other gasket. But yeah, so I kind of keep a couple spares, but yeah, so I'm going to give it to you raw here. Let's see if that fixed our issue here. Everything should be hooked up. Keyword should. But yeah, let's see if that fixed our issue. Bam! That fixed our high idle issue. Well, it's nice and quiet, so good to look at. Sounds good that the valve lash is all good and set in there. Spark plug's not really on. anything like that, so that's good. Glad to have the car running again. It does need new plugs, so I'll keep that in mind. I'm still using my old plugs. I need to put new ones in it. But yeah, everything sounds good. Pretty happy. It started pretty easy. Got some smoke coming off the headers. No leaks from what I can see coming out from underneath the car, so that's good. But yeah, so I'm just going to heat cycle the engine and that, and then I'll continue putting the air box and everything back together.